Hi, this is Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles coming at you with another toy review. This time we're taking a look at the Hot Toys MMS281 Captain America 6-scale collectible figure from the Avengers Age of Ultron. And this is the Hot Toys Movie Masterpiece series. So the first thing we're going to do is take a closer look at the packaging. Alright, so taking a look at the packaging, the box actually comes with a slipcover, and that's actually what you see with the Chris Evans Captain America picture. It's got a nice foil logo of the Avengers Age of Ultron, great picture of Captain America with the Avengers A. The picture of the shield follows around to the side. We have more of the Captain America. It says the MMS281 6-scale figure in the foil as well. Take a look at the back, just gives you the warning labels. Also it tells you the same thing about it's the Captain America 6-scale figure from the Avengers. And over here, same thing, more of the picture is coming over on the side with a foil Captain America shield. So a really nice slipcover. Taking the slipcover off, this will expose the figure, and there we can see the Captain America figure. Now it's going to be hard to see with the glare and the shield and his gloves. It's got a nice picture window, shows what you're getting, but like I said, with the glare, and even when I didn't have lights on it, it was still definitely hard to see. He's definitely packaged real well. You can see there's actually some foam on his head, forehead, and his neck to actually protect the figure. Same thing, it's just an exact replica of the writing on the slipcover is on this inside part as well. Shows the cast and crew that made this figure, as well as here's his Captain America shield as well. And then on the top of the box it says Captain America MMS 281 6-scale figure, collectible figure, and on the bottom the Avengers Age of Ultron logo. So let's get this guy opened up and take a look. So first impressions of this guy is absolutely stunning. The detail in his costume and his face are just absolutely fantastic. His shield is die cast, which I love, and everything just looks great on him. He looks so movie accurate, and it's incredible. I mean, he's got pockets that are pleated. You can actually lift them up and put stuff in, and it's just little details like that. Now these pouches on his belt don't do anything, but you can take his belt off. I mean, he's comes with multiple sets of hands, which is great, so you can do any kind of pose you want. And then the overall detail down to even putting the Avengers symbol and the individual stitching, which I showed in my close-ups. I mean, he is just a top-notch figure. Now he comes with a pretty basic stand. I mean, it's nothing light up, nothing spectacular, but it's definitely a really nice stand, and it goes with the figure. They definitely did a nice color coordination, putting some red and blues in there for Captain America, and it says the Avengers, Age of Ultron, Captain America. It's really, really well done. He also comes with another head sculpt of Chris Evans, which is just absolutely amazing. And the thing with these head sculpts is, and the camera doesn't do it justice, is when you zoom into the eyes, you can actually see like the look of the eye, like the glaze of the eye, and it looks shiny. It's so well done. It's just unbelievable. So taking him out of the box, this is exactly what you get. So I've got him on his stand, and he's got his original two hands that he comes in the package with, or actually his closed hands. Then he comes with some directions. He comes with a tool that you can actually, it helps you push his clothing in, like for his gloves and his head if you were to remove those, as well as that tool is also used on other figures to change out batteries for like Iron Man to pop the individual panels off. Then he comes with an extra mask that he can hold. He comes with an alternative Chris Evans head. Then he comes with 3 other pairs of hands. He's got relaxed hands, and each of the relaxed hands are actually different. And then he comes with almost like a gripping hand that's not magnetic, and then he comes with gripping hands that are magnetic. And I'll show you those right now, as well as he comes with his shield and 2 extra pegs for the hands, just in case those are to break. So there we have the shield, and then we have the relaxed hands are on the outside. You can see each one's actually different. They're different gripping poses, which is kind of weird. I wish they kind of would have been identical. I prefer this over this one. This one's kind of a weird one. And then he's got 2 gripping hands, and these are non-magnetic, so you can actually see they have this piece right here. And these are the magnetic ones that don't have that piece, and they actually make it easier to slide into the shield and grab it. And his helmet, and his head, and then the directions, and then this piece. Now the directions for Captain America are pretty much just to tell you what's non-detachable and what you can take off. That way you don't pull off stuff that you can't get back on. And then we have his shield. Flip this guy over, and these are actually the magnetic pieces, as well as each one can be flipped up, and you can actually have him grip. So if you actually want to change his hands, it's pretty simple. You probably just want to hold right above and then pull down. You can actually pop the arm off, and he's got a tiny little peg there, and that's what they actually give you an extra pair for, because these guys, they definitely look small. I've never had one break before on a Hot Toys, but I hear nightmare stories all the time. And then inside the hand there's a tiny hole, and it seems like it'd be a lot harder to line these guys up, but that's not the case. So let's say I wanted to put his magnetic hand in. You take his magnetic hand, and same thing, you just make sure you push it, and it just pops into place, which is pretty nice. If you want to use a shield, obviously with the magnetic hand, you don't have to actually clip it on if you wanted to. There's a magnet here, there's a magnet here. You just line the 2 magnets up, and it will actually hold, and he's actually not gripping it. But you can also have him grip it as well. So if I take it off, then I can actually take this piece right here and actually make him hold it. And then snap it on, and it works. So he's actually gripping it, plus the other magnet is actually holding it so that his shield doesn't flop off, which is a really nice feature to this guy. So if you wanted to change the head in this guy, it's pretty straightforward. You obviously want to grab him pretty tight, and you just pull up until the head pops off. And inside, that's what we have. So pretty straightforward. And then what I do is, this is where you can use the tool to actually help you push this stuff away if you wanted to. What I do is I kind of just put it on and kind of turn it until I see that everything is actually under the collar, and then you just push down real hard, and then that's it. That's all you have to do. And now we have the Chris Evans head on. With his alternate head, I mean, they also give you a extra helmet that he can hold. So you put in one of the gripping hands, or you kind of just put the strap on. And this is an absolute fantastic way to display him. This is probably going to be a toss-up between displaying him like this for me, or displaying him with, you know, just with that bald fist and his other head. But I guess if you have multiple Captain Americas, this is a really, really nice way to display him. I also think this is probably the best Chris Evans mold we've got in the face sculpt ever on a Hot Toys figure. The biggest issue I find with this figure is posability. His clothing is extra thick and tight because of the type of uniform and the detail they put in them, and that kind of gives it some posability issues when you try and move, especially his upper body. There's a lot of, you'll see more bunching up, and you feel like if you go too far, you feel like you're going to break something just because the clothing has bunched up so far. And it's just the way the uniform is, especially in the arms. I mean, he's got head mobility, he can move up and down, and obviously you can pull his head right off. So if you wanted him to look down even more, you could kind of pop his head up a little bit. That way, on that joint, he could look down a little better. I mean, he's got movement at the shoulders, he can rotate, go up and down. Like I said, this is pretty much as far as he can go because of the clothing. He can move at his elbow. He can spin at the arm. I mean, and for each of the arms, he's got waist movement. He can pivot at the waist. He can turn. Like I said, this kind of restricts the movement. He's got great leg mobility though, because the pants seem to be a lot looser. So he's got really nice mobility in the leg. He's got an ankle pivot. His ankle moves, side to side and forward and back, and much better mobility on this figure for the lower body. And it's just the way that the clothing is. You can definitely see that this guy is a lot more baggier right here. So final impressions of this guy, they've done an amazing job with this figure. The detail is unbelievable. The detail on the head sculpts for both of the head sculpts, the masked and the unmasked version for Chris Evans. I mean, you can definitely tell it's Chris Evans. I mean, a lot of the other Captain America figures, some of them didn't look that good. These two that come with him are absolutely top notch. His uniform is unbelievably detailed. The stitching is just unbelievably movie accurate and just perfect. Down to the stitching, the pockets, the pleated pockets, the logo, the Avenger logos. They just did an amazing job. I like the amount of accessory he has. Like, he doesn't have, walkie-talkies and different things, because Captain America didn't use that stuff. He's got a shield, and I think they gave you, 4 pairs of hands. You can definitely get the posability. I love that they gave a helmet that you can take off, or a helmet that's off, so you can actually pose him with the Chris Evans non-mask head. I think that is just an amazing look to it, especially if you have multiple Captain Americas. That look would just be really nice to have, 2 of them next to each other. But I love the magnets and how they do that, so you don't have to, if you wanted to, you don't have to mess with the hands. You can kind of just clip it on. It doesn't have to be wrapped around the hand. The magnet on the back is one of the ones where, like I said, where it's it's a little bit off, and I need to see if I can kind of rearrange that. So on this figure specifically, when I put the shield on the back, it is a little tilted, but still, I mean, you can pose this guy in so many different ways. And I really like that it was a magnet and not a hook like they did on some of the other Captain America figures to put the shield on the back. So they definitely streamlined everything, made everything way better than it was before. But another amazing, amazing figure in the movie Masterpiece series from Hot Toys. I highly recommend this guy. And once again, this has been Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys next time.